So, right, yeah, so we've fixed the thermostat in one of the other videos, and this one will be hopefully with a fixed fan. I'm waiting on the wiring coming from the postman, so we'll get on with that job later. But also, the other thing is the heater blower motor in this car doesn't work. So I've decided to try and take it to bits, but it's actually going to be a really painful job, and it doesn't look particularly easy to get to it. And I'm finding things that I didn't know existed in this car, which is interesting. It looks like it's had some additional things added to it. So, so even though it's from 1983, this car had dual-sided climate control, or, well, not climate control, but you could adjust the temperature. So your passenger and your driver had a different temperature control there and there, which are in that box there because I've removed them. So I've taken this plate off. Basically, to remove this plate, you just pull each of these knobs off, and then there's like little switch things on there, which are these ones here, little sliders. You remove those as well, and then there's some big nuts here. Everyone likes big nuts. Those ones there, they screw on there on those threaded bits, but whoever's done this originally or before, possibly when they fit the radio, whatever, they've actually smashed to pieces the inside of these cups, which is really irritating because I don't think I'll be able to get any of those in any good condition anywhere. We'll find out. But yeah, so basically you remove the big nuts off, which kind of gently holds this cup in, but it also holds the control in at the back of this panel. You shouldn't really have them that tight, I wouldn't have thought. There's no point, but these were mega tight. I had to get a socket and a ratchet out, but I'll just do it with some grips or something. But yeah, the inside of this here smashed to pieces. So what happened was, when we were trying to make it work originally, the bulb broke in the middle of it, and it kind of like just destroyed everything for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah, so that's broken. So I need to get this piece out here. The problem here is, though, this panel here that surrounds it, because these slide across. See how that all moves? It's really irritating. These slide across there to that notch, if you can see, and that's how they get out the back. But you can't get it to slide across, probably because it's got all the wiring and stuff plugged into it. But also this has a cable attached to it. So this is the heater control knob, which is this one here. This one I've just had, yeah, that one there. So on 0, when you turn it to the next position, it's supposed to pull a cable to open a flap, which I'm guessing lets air in. And then you go motor speed 1, 2, and 3, or whatever it is. But this won't turn. It kind of gets to the point where I'm guessing the cable itself was actually seized. I'm trying to find this cable in the car. I don't know where it goes to. I'm guessing it goes to the heater box, which is kind of in the middle of there, which is a bit annoying. But if I can get this panel out here, which I'm hoping it's behind here, because I can see some little screws up there, see? Hoping that's it, because when I googled this, it comes with a lot of American people, and they had to remove like half the car to just get this panel out, which is really annoying. I'm hoping I can basically get these two little screws out here off, and behind there I can see a bit more, and I can get to what I need. Probably not going to be able to, but I mean, I can take the radio out dead easy because someone's fitted that exceptionally well, which is great. It just falls out. It's China radio, as you can see on the top of there, but I don't really think it's that good. I think what they've done is they've bought it because it's got gold bits on, because the steering wheel's got gold bits on, but it just looks a bit naff. It's not very dated for the car, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, so today's task is to replace this or get to it somehow. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get these switches out, try and get behind this panel, and see what happens from there. So I need my trim tool, I think. I've got a little screwdriver, I should do it. Old cars, screwdrivers, shouldn't break anything, should I? You can see where people have actually chipped away. I mean, look, even the varnish is missing off this bit of wood. So. Right, let's get a finer screwdriver. Let's see how far we get. Oh, that might come up by hand. Yeah, because yeah, obviously if I can't get that working, I can't get the blowers to work in the car. Because if the motor blew air out, I wouldn't care really. Be happy about it because I could demist the windscreen dead easy, but it doesn't. It gently puts air through, which is no good. So yeah, so we've got the panel out of that there. Now, each of these switches here, in the top of them, I'm assuming that's for the illumination there, because every plug has this extra little bit of wire stuck to the top of it. So when you plug it in, it's got those bit of wires in. And also this is that's like, I think that's the headlight level. Looking at it, it's vacuum operated, which is interesting. There's the two vacuum pipes there. I'm not sure which way around they went because I didn't pay any attention, but I'm going to guess it that way because that's how they're sitting. Yeah, it's interesting. Vacuum operated. Let's have a little motor for that. So that's probably not got us any further forward than where I wanted to be. I still can't really see down into there because there's all sorts of carry on going in there. And kerfuffle. But that's not the worst kerfuffle. The worst bit is under here. I have no idea what that is. Seems to claim it's a cruise control unit, which I don't understand, but there we go. So what we're going to do next is we're going to get these screws, if I can get to them, that go out in there and there, and see if that panel moves. But I'm going to guess that it doesn't, because it doesn't look like it's connected to, oh, it maybe is. Now if I can get that panel to move, hopefully I can get to the back of there. I thought I would have been able to see from there, but I can't. Typical. Yeah, so these two bolts that are down there, you can't even get a bloody screwdriver on them, so I've had to use the ratchet. It's a little adapter. And like I say, this is probably not actually going to get me to where I need to get to anyway, so it might be worthless. But let's do it anyway, because we're already here. And try and get this panel out. Because it's really irritating that I can't get to that dead easy. It seems to have the cable actually runs off that side, because I've got the replacement one which is here in my hand there. So that's actually going to sit that way on, in there. It's got a huge plug on the back, I need to find that and get that off as well. And then the cable runs off to the left, which I didn't think it did. I thought it went to the right, hence I took all this off, which was a waste of time. But it's there, you can see it there at the bottom. It's just sitting on, see that little bit of silver there? That'll be the bottom part of that. There. So it goes off to the left. So I actually think I know which cable it is, which is good. And the cable that I took off that goes up, it kind of goes up to the top of the airbox up that way. You can get to it relatively easy with that panel out. It actually did feel like it was seized, so I probably should have just taken it off. But yeah, I didn't. Because I thought the cable went the other way. But anyway, so let's carry on getting these two screws out and then probably have to put it all back together because it's not going to help me at all. So those screws actually, they kind of bolt this plate in and this metal plate, see there the sliders are, to this as well. But because this has now been able to be removed, I can actually now see down to the plug in there, which you probably can't on the camera, but you can. Oh, you can kind of make it out. So I can get to the plug now, which is actually going to give enough space. The next thing I need to do is remove this panel once again, which is dead easy to get off. And then I can take the cable off from the box at the top. And hopefully that will come out there. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it will. It might. It might. It might. There's quite a bit of space, I guess. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'll get the plug off it and then we'll get this panel off and then we'll carry on. And hopefully we'll get this switch fixed, maybe. I mean, if the flap doesn't operate but the switch operates and I can get air out, cool. I'm alright with that. But otherwise, we're a bit misty. Awesome. So yeah, that does actually wiggle out of there. That's very handy. So what I'm going to do is, before I go any further, I'm going to plug in the new one. And I'm going to try and see if the fan comes on before I'll put it in. Because that'd be pointless otherwise, because I'm going to have to strip everything else out if that does. But yeah, so that's kind of marginally a success. What I did was actually split the cable there so I could get this out. The cable, I can't move that. That's proper seized. So that cable does need replaced as well, which is luckily on here, and it seems to be quite free. So that's a good job. I will actually spray some WD-40 in that down that cable while it's here, just so it remains nice and free. Although, because the car will be getting used, so it shouldn't be a problem. There. So we're going to plug this in, and then, if I can find the wire for it again. I did tuck it up the dash somewhere. Is that it there? That's it there. Yep, there it is there. Hopefully that'll reach in there. And then see if it works. I have to add to the list of parts I need one of those. Try and find one of those off eBay. Sure, they'll be there. It's rounded inside, obviously, when it's knackered the other bit. So, right, we're just going to use that one for now. And then you're going to go some ignition. Oh, yeah. Right, cool, awesome. So basically it was that cable that was seized. Brilliant. Yeah, so we've now got our new switch in. I managed to lose the bulb out of there. I don't know where it went to, it fell out. But we've now got it in. We checked that it works, so we're all happy with that. Let's plug back in. The cable's currently in the footwell there, you can see it looking over there. I need to put it up onto the heater box, but the old cable was absolutely seized. I've managed to WD-40 it and let it soak for about 5 minutes. I actually got it moving in the end, so that was a bit annoying, but still, doesn't matter. So you can disconnect the cables from these dead easy. Once you slide that across, it tips down, disconnect the cable, pull the cable out, swap the cable if it's a cable, or just even if I just pulled the cable off it, tried to switch the fan on, it probably would have like not opened the heater flap in the back. I don't really know what that does yet, I need to look into that, but I probably could have, you know, it still would have blown air, probably, at something, so that would have been better. But basically I've got all this to put back together now, so I've put the 2 bolts back in there. I'm now going to put all those switches back in that were set on this seat there, put all those back into there, and then I can start rebuilding this front part, which is dead easy to do actually, luckily. And then I'll put that cable on, put that, see over there, the floor mat, the under tray, put that on there, and that's that job done. We are blower motor working. Awesome. I can actually almost drive it soon. Found out I'm the 10th owner of this, which is cool. 10 owners in 41 years. It's not bad, is it?